Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Ham Radio Basics Live, Season 2, Episode 15, Ham Radio News and Updates, 6/5/2024. Hope everyone is doing well. Cooley's in the chat. Welcome, my friend. Good to see you. And Clint, Cywarn, welcome. Good to see you as well, too. Got a lot to talk about tonight. And what I kind of want to lead off with is this, I have, let me share my screen here. Okay, I have pre-ordered the Xiegu X6200 and it should be arriving any day now. I am very excited about this. I think they've gone a step in the right direction here in terms of this radio. And the reason I'm feeling kind of boistered by this is several reviews out there from our good friend T.O. Steve. He's done some tremendous work on it already. As you know, he had a great affinity for the 6100, and he has translated that to the 6200. He was fortunate enough to get, and let me go ahead and share my screen here. He was fortunate enough to get a test unit from, I don't know if it's Radioddity or Xiegu, but he was fortunate enough to do that, and he's already had several videos out there too. Did one with a hands-on right here that you can see. Tested it for birdies, doing some measurements here, and then he also did one with trying to go out there and get some contacts. Now, the one was trying to get some contacts was kind of problematic for him, as you know. The bands have not been very cooperative. The solar cycle is really messing with things right now. So plus he had to deal with a lot of bugs when he went out to do it. So it wasn't very successful, but it was. And from everything that I've seen so far, I've been impressed with where he's at. Hey, Andy, welcome. Good to see you tonight. Good to see you tonight, Chris. Fractured thumb. Oh no, that's not good. Hope you trust me. The Broken Bone Club is not a club that I wanted to have ever been a part of, but unfortunately I am. Hope you heal quickly, my friend. Hope it's not too severe. That it can really kind of get in the way of things. That's for sure. That is for sure. So, but no, hopefully you'll get healed up real quick here. I'm real impressed with what I've seen from Steve in these videos. A lot of people are talking about the 6200 only having a maximum output of 8 watts and then 4 watts. But, QRP is QRP. And the 2 watts here or there for me, as far as that's concerned compared to the 6100, I would rather have a transceiver that is doing what it should do and not overheating and having the issues the 6100 had versus not. And the 6200 so far so good. And I'm very excited to get it. It should be coming probably tomorrow from what I get. It's DHL and trying to decipher them and what where it's at. I think it's in Miami from what I know. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we'll see. I'm going to do a full unboxing on it, and then I'll do a walkthrough, do a setup, look at the menus. Then I'm going to go ahead and get it hooked up, and I'm going to hook it up. I don't want to mess around with getting an antenna that I know, doing an end fed. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and use my Chameleon MPass 2.0 vertical. I've always had good luck with that at my home location here, and that's what I'm going to end up doing when I get that. I should be able to, I'm hopeful, with the way things have been, to try to make some contacts on it. And I saw Steve kind of struggle with that because of the way the bands are right now. So, but I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, I should be getting this probably tomorrow. So sometime this weekend, I should have a video coming out about this. So stay tuned for that. I'm very excited about this. Very, very, very excited. As you guys know, I have a real passion for QRP. I love my 705. And this would be an addition to that stable. And I really like that it has a built-in tuner. Are you listening to me, ICOM? Okay. All right. Enough about that. But I'm real excited, and I'm looking forward to it. And I'm real excited. Steve has some good videos out there about that. Really, really excited about that. Okay, we're going to take a look at some news and updates here. Oh, Cooley, that's fantastic. That is an excellent rig. I've had my eyes on that as well too. I really do. And as you guys know, my big problem is HOA and antennas and all that kind of good stuff. And I'm trying to figure out a permanent solution for me. And it's a pain in the butt. Listen, let me tell you guys that. So, all right, we're going to start off. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to start off at the top and kind of work our way to the bottom here. Okay. All right. And oh yeah, by the way, we are out on Twitter tonight and also out on Facebook besides YouTube. So for those of you on Twitter and those of you on Facebook who are watching me, welcome. I do this every once in a while to get people on board with knowing that I have a show on Wednesdays at 7 o'clock, and I think it's real good outreach to get out there and for you guys to see me and to check me out. So okay, all right, let's go ahead here, and we're going to go ahead and share my screen. All right. Michael Martin's got a great new video out here. As you guys know, 6 meters during this time of year is usually a pretty good band to jump on. And he did a 6 meter Moxon antenna video. I haven't watched it yet, but knowing Michael, I'm sure I'm sure it's very descriptive, and he's done a really great job on that. So I would definitely recommend that you check that out. Now, one of the other things I wanted to let you guys know of too is my other hobby, and I know a lot of you guys are into drones as well. And there's a bill before Congress that's going to be voted on June the 12th that if it passes, it will literally ban every Chinese drone in the United States, and thousands of people will lose their jobs. So, if you're the drone persuasion, I know several of you who do ham radio are of that. There are details in the video. There's a link to click on, and it helps you fill out a form to send it to your congressmen and senators. I also called all of mine today as well to do that. So I encourage you, if you guys are a part of that, to go ahead and do that here. Okay. All right. Now, there's a great video from Walt, and it didn't come up. Resources for predicting HF conditions for ham radio. Very timely, very appropriate. Something I highly recommend you guys take a look at. Right now, the way things are, from one day to the next, from 1 minute to the next, it can change. And if you saw Steve's video that he did on the 6200 and trying to make some contacts, when it started out, it wasn't so good, but as he went along, it seemed to have gotten a little bit better. So that's one of those things. But you definitely want to watch this video from Walt. He does a great job, and I think it'll help you guys out. Now, this video right here that Walt did, okay, it may be one of my favorite videos of all. I mean, I pretty much love any video that Walt does. He just does a great job. He's straight to the point, gets it done. I love it. I love it. I love it. But this video in particular, okay, my wife makes her first ham radio contact, okay? Walt, many kudos to you. Congratulations. That is awesome. I can't say enough nice things about this. I can't say how cool this is because it's beyond cool. It really is. It really is. I'd love to, my friend. I really would. But we're in a big one here. We're in a really, really big one. Yeah, I'm gonna be trying out, Chris. I'm working on it. I'm working on trying to do that. I really am. But this video with Walt and his wife making her first contact is fantastic, and it's an encouragement for me because I would really like for my wife to look at getting at least her technician license. I think that would be great, and I can get her an HT, and that way we can have some communication if when all else fails scenarios if we're apart. So crossing my fingers. Hopefully, this will be some good news. She did get some encouragement from our friends at Ham Radio Prep when at Hamcation in Orlando. They gave her an actual book, and I told her I'd pay for her course with them. So hopefully, I'm steering her in the right direction. But this is a great video, and Walt's a great guy. Walt's very simple, straight to the point, matter of fact, and I love him. Okay, no fluff. You get it. Yeah, Walt is just, oh my gosh, Cooley. I wish I know he was there too. And it's so funny, okay? And I think you guys know it was so frustrating for me personally. Only one I got to see was Frank from Tank Radio, and he was busy filming, and I didn't want to interrupt him, but I didn't see anybody else. And I mean, we went to all the buildings, we went to the outdoor vendor flea market areas. I did get to see Ham and Quackers. You guys probably saw that, which was a total blast. Enjoyed talking to them for a little bit, but didn't get to see other people. That was just I really wanted to see Walt amongst other people, and Michael Martins. I wanted to meet him as well too. But hopefully next year I'm going to put out some kind of communication. We're going to get there a day earlier next year, and I think we're going to stay in the Dayton Xenia area instead of Columbus. I think that'll help. So now, Clint, that's a good one. I actually met Jason at Hamcation. I actually met Steve at Hamcation. Actually met Smoke and Ape there as well, and Frank. Met Josh and also Mike K at MRD. Met a whole bunch of guys then. I mean, it was real easy. And for you guys who haven't been to either one of them or haven't been to Hamcation, it's basically one building all the vendors are in. I mean, it really, there's another building, but it's not really a whole lot of vendors in there. It's really one big building, and it's kind of easy to see people. The outdoor swap area has kind of gone indoors, and it's a huge building. And there were a lot of people in there as well too. So it's kind of easier to find people there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have some better communication. And also, there's that night, there's the 4 days in May, the night that they have before Hamcation starts. I'm definitely going to go to that. I signed up for that to get notified about that. So next year we're going to go a day earlier, and we're going to stay in the Dayton Xenia area. I think that'll help out a lot. That was probably part of my reason about that. So, all right. That, like I said, that is just top-notch stuff right there. Okay. JL's review of the QDOS and DX286 on his website. I'm looking forward to getting mine within the next 10 days from Amazon. And that's a great short. That looks like a great shortwave radio. And I'm wondering how it stacks up to the Texan PL990, which I have. Real interested to see how that does. It looks like it's a smaller form factor, which is nice. Just wondering about its capabilities. I really haven't had a chance to check that out or anything about that. So I'm going to do some digging on that. That looks to be kind of interesting here. And it looks like Bridgecom is having a giveaway. 6124 to 7324, the Ultimate American Adventure giveaway, $1,500 plus total value. Dreaming of unforgettable American signature. Enter our Ultimate American Adventure giveaway before June 30th for a chance to win the Ultimate Adventure kit. And it really looks like a lot of great Bridgecom equipment there. Definitely, I would always enter something like that. Good luck. I'm definitely going to enter as well. And looks like a great project. New radio from Open Radio Project. I'm trying to read. I got my glasses on. I have my glasses. TEF 6687 receiver with 2 RF inputs and 1 digital output to PC. It looks like a very interesting project, and I'm always intrigued by things like this. It looks to be great. I would highly encourage you, if this is in your field of view, I would definitely encourage something like that. And received a note. I signed up for this. I still call it Twitter page called Rod's Alerts. AT&T and Verizon are currently experiencing network outages across multiple states, affecting customers ability to make calls to other mobile carriers. At least 24 states are reporting these issues. If any of you guys have any of these issues, please let me know. Yeah, I really would have wanted to talk to Michael Cooley. I really do. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Clint. It's just for me, it's very frustrating where I'm at. And I mean, we live in a planned community. It's we just finished up. We just took over the HOA. I'm sure there's a way to mask a good, but I want to get a good antenna. I don't want to get a compromised antenna because everything I've seen has kind of been a compromise. We're allowed flagpoles up to 20 feet, so I'm going to work along those lines. And the problem I have with putting a flagpole in the yard is we have an irrigation system here, and that's not maintained. We don't pay for that. That we actually pay through that through the HOA. So I would have to find a creative way to get coax from the flagpole over to my house. So, and that's my biggest concern right now is to do something like that, and to also find a reliable manufacturer because a lot of these flagpole kits. There was one. It was out in Utah, and people have had scores of issues with them and not getting everything with that. And yeah, if any of you guys have any suggestions for that, please drop me a line, hamradiobasics@gmail.com. I'd appreciate that. I'm still kind of fumbling around right now. Work's been super busy as well, too. Plus, I would need somebody to help me, kind of drill a hole inside of the house. I don't actually have tools to be able to do things like that. So, Cooley, yeah, I can, but again, well, no, I take that back. I wish I could. I took a look up there, and there's like zero room for anything up there. My previous house, I could have done that. This one, the joists and everything up there are just they're so tightly compacted. There's almost no room up there, and there's no storage up there at all. You can peek your head up there to take a look, and that's about it. I mean, it's really packed in, even in the garage as well too. Unfortunately, we just don't. They take up all that space, and see one of the things in the state of Florida is, as far as building codes are concerned. Hey, Coastal Waves and Wires, Walt, welcome. Good to see you. Awesome. I've been talking good stuff about you, my friend. And I gotta say this, okay? Oh, your video you just did with your wife was $1 million, my friend. It was absolutely awesome, and I'm hoping to get it to encourage my wife to do the same. So I got my tip of the hat to you, Walt. Just absolutely fantastic. Wish we could have had a chance to meet at Xenia. It was just one of those things. I didn't run into anybody out there. Just very, 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 very frustrating. So, but yeah, that's Isotron. Okay, all right. One of the things about attics in Florida is they have to be built to code as far as hurricane code is concerned. And you're going to find a lot more joists up there and supports up there. And it's very hard and difficult to navigate unless you have an older home in the state of Florida. Anything that was built after Hurricane Andrew, we have to have concrete block outside. All the houses are made with that. And the roofing and the trusses and everything, it's completely different show than in older homes. So that's part of the problem here. But Walt, welcome. I'm so glad you're here tonight. That's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Okay. Now one of the cool things, and I know this is kind of sort of related to stuff here, but this is the ISS took a picture of the Tampa Bay area, believe it or not. Okay. And where you're seeing my arrow right here, right now, that's the famous Skyway Bridge right there. And this right here is the name escapes me, but that leads from this is Tampa proper, and this takes you over. This is all St. Pete over here, over in this area right here, and God, I used to drive that every day to work. But this takes you from downtown Tampa, and right here, this is MacDill Air Force Base right here, and it's so funny because MacDill, you can't see it; it's off the map up here a little bit north is Tampa International. So you can see right here. Now this is kind of, I'm going to say, this is approximately, you can see where the cursor is right here. probably about the area that we live in right here. And a lot of people think Tampa, the bay is actually pretty deep. It's not. It's not. I think it has 25 feet deep at its deepest, 25, 30 feet. It's not very deep. So, a lot of boats have to be careful in terms of, not hitting bottom there. But, when hurricanes hit, a lot of times large parts of the bay are actually drained, which is very interesting. So just thought I would share that. I thought that was a very, very cool picture to share. Okay. All right. Always great to play radio right here. And sometimes when you're on the road for work, you have to go find a park to go play radio. And our friend did this right here, and you can tell he has the same cage as me for the 705, which is golden, absolutely golden. I love seeing this. Absolutely love seeing this. He's got a great setup for his antenna right here. Got some nice radials on the ground, and that's his complete setup. But boom, 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 he's set up, ready to go, make some contacts. That's the way to do it. If you're out and about and can do that, that's absolutely fantastic. I think that's great. There's some big news here, and with ARRL and this article right here. This is Ham Radio Outlet. And let me go ahead, and ARRL said it was hacked by an international cyber group, took LOTW offline. And here's the article. Let's see if I can bring this up here. Okay, it's not bringing that up. So let's kind of move on down here. All right, that wasn't bringing that up. So let's go ahead and move on down here. Granite Mountain Hotshots Memorial Special Event every June 30th, and there's information on that if that's something that you would like to be a part of. Promo for tonight's show. And yeah, it's that time of year when June hits, hurricane season starts, and we start to get forecasts. And, one of the things that I've learned since I moved down here to the area is you pay attention to everything. All right. And I found a good weather forecaster down here. They have to be better down here. That's one of the things that I found. Like all the news outlets down here, they have excellent meteorologists, and they have to be because it's people's lives are at stake, literally, and they do a fantastic job. So you pay attention when they talk about things. So, Steve did a great video on the Tiny SA Ultra. This is new, and he has a 10% off coupon. If you're interested in that, that's something it's on my list to get, and I am going to be getting that. Wait, Walt, we're just thrilled that you're here tonight, my friend. Absolutely, positively thrilled. Everybody is. So, yeah, Hurricane Net. Absolutely, Clint. Absolutely. And now here's what I wanted to read to you. ARRL system service disruption. On or around May 12th, 2024, ARRL was a victim of a sophisticated network attack by a malicious international cyber group. ARRL immediately involved the FBI and engaged with third-party experts to investigate. The serious incident was extensive and categorized by the FBI as unique, compromising network devices, servers, cloud-based systems, and PCs. ARR management quickly established an incident response. This has led to an extensive effort to contain and remediate the network's remote servers, and staff are beginning the testing of applications and interface to ensure proper operation. Thank you for your patience and understanding as our staff continue to work through this with an outstanding team of experts to restore full functionality to our system and services. We'll continue to update members and advise as to the extent we are able to. So that's the latest update from ARRL on how things are going for them. That's very unfortunate. That's a very unfortunate thing. And had just a brief chat with a gentleman today. He said I always do, whether or not he does electronic logs as well, but he says he always does a manual log as well. And this is an instance where that kind of bears that out. And, I'm kind of a favor. I'm kind of old school, new school myself on this. I like redundancy and being able to track have your logs on paper. You have it there; it won't go anywhere. So that would be something that I would recommend if you can do that. Buy a notebook, go out on Amazon, go to an office supply store, buy a notebook. Get up some columns in it, what you need, and start filling things out. It could really save your hide sometimes. So, as logging is concerned. Um, there's a great video here. I think YouTube or the Prepper guy and some other ones. 1,500 mile targeted contact with HF radio. So it's a very interesting video. I suggest you guys watch it if you can. It really kind of makes you think, okay, and how you have it set up. Now, understand something, during videos like this. This is all pre-planned. Like, you'll be on this frequency for so many minutes, and if not, we'll move to another frequency. Uh, you know, Obviously, because band conditions can be different in from one city to the other city, and to be able to make contacts like this. So, this is a real good exercise. This is something I highly suggest you watch. And it's given me some ideas as well too. So, when all else fails, ICOM America. There's an ad. Friendly reminder that June is the start of hurricane season. Don't worry, ICOM is here to help you choose the right radio to help you keep you safe and peace of mind. And ICOM everywhere. Of course, there's some great tools right there in the ICOM arsenal here. But I'm seeing marine stuff, and I'm not seeing yeah. I'm not seeing like an IC 705 or something like that. So, okay. And then again, remember, ham radio is not a hobby. It's a post-apocalyptic life skill. I kind of like that myself. Yeah. 7,300. I agree, Clint, that you can't beat a 7,300. And, that's one of the things I think, and that's it for what I have to share for you guys tonight. But, one of the things I'm trying to work on a video here is, making sure that you have alternate power sources for your radios, and in ways to charge them. I'm going to be looking at getting some solar panels to be able to charge things, to be able to have that option, because solar is definitely it's something down here in the state of Florida that we can do easily, and it works fantastic. I know my wife has some night lights. They're can lights. They're like in a mason jar, but they're solar charged, and they have different colors on them, and they make real nice night lights out in our living room. And I get them out during the day, and they charge during the day, and they last about maybe 4 or 5 hours at night, and they look really nice at night. So, but be that as it may, having multiple options as far as running your radio is concerned. For like the 7,300, I have both sets of batteries. I have the battery that comes with it. I bought the extended battery from ICOM, which really helps. I have a Bioenno for it as well. I'm looking at getting an additional power pack that I've seen before, and I forget the name of that. There's a review on it. It's a self-contained, unit, and it'll run the 705. Have multiple options because things can happen, things can get screwy, and you want to be able to communicate, and that's kind of the name of the game. Have more than one battery available as well. Keep them charged. Use them. I'm working on a video, kind of like Power 101 video for some of our radios here. And I got lots of ideas. I'm not going to I might be doing like QRP, and then I might be doing things like 7,300 and other rigs like that, and then mobile. We'll see. I haven't really kind of decided, because it's kind of swimming in my head right now. So, but I want to thank you guys. Big John's welcome. Good to see you tonight. Yeah, the G90. That's a good radio, Chris. That really is. And our friend Walt, he can testify to that, ad nauseum. What a wonderful radio that is. It does a fantastic job. And like I said, I got coming up. Be on the lookout. Probably this weekend, I probably should have an unboxing and initial setup of the Zygu 6200. That's supposed to come tomorrow. More than likely, it might be Friday. I don't know. So we'll see. Cross your fingers for that. And then I'm going to start getting into testing that and looking at battery life, and we'll check the menus out. And from what I understand from watching some of Steve's videos on this, the firmware updates aren't like by SD card, they're online. I mean, you can sign in into Wi-Fi and be able to do that via Wi-Fi, which is real interesting. I've already reached out to Zygu to see if they could get me a copy of the firmware update instructions, and they don't have anything available on that right now. And I also asked them for copy instructions because I wanted to see the manual ahead of time. They didn't have anything of that either, and Radiodity as well. So I'm hopeful, it'll from what Steve said, it's pretty good. The manual's pretty good. So and I'm sure Radiodity has also been very good. It's one of the things that I found they've been very good at answering questions, and if they don't know the answer, they'll find answers to them. So to questions. So they're a really good company to work with. I really like them a lot. So we'll see. Clint, I'm not sure what you're referring to. I know, we saw that teaser from ICOM up at Hamvention. Really kind of have no clue as to. I mean, there's some clues, there's some bits and pieces for that, but it's very intriguing how they did that and how they presented that, and it really was a great marketing technique because it's got a lot of people talking about that. So, as soon as we find out more about that, I want to get that to you guys. Thank you all for stopping by tonight. I really appreciate it. Cooley, Big John was here. Clint was here tonight. Um, um, uh, Andy was here tonight. Chris was here tonight. Walt, I really want to thank you for stopping by. Your channel's an inspiration to me. Thank you for all you do for the ham radio community. Thank you for what you do for me. You really give me a lot of inspiration. I'd love to have you on the show sometime. Email me at hamradiobasics@gmail.com what your schedule's like. We're on every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Eastern. If there's a Wednesday that works into your schedule, would love to have you on the show. Absolutely would love to have you on the show. So, guys, thanks so much for stopping by tonight. As always, remember, it's a great day to make a QSO. 7 3s, everybody. Have a great rest of your evening.